Hello, welcome to CotoGAMES, Summer Sports Pro in the making. Now today is a very special day because the Hall of Heroes has been announced and it's an special Hall of Heroes because this Hall of Heroes is the anniversary Hall of Heroes. In this Hall of Heroes you will have the option to select one of the following monsters and you will play that specific Hall of Heroes. Unlike previous years, you were able to have like a poll in which you selected people was selecting a monster to have as a Hall of Heroes, and you were going to play that Hall of Heroes. That's how we got the Light Ninja in the past. But now this special event, this special Hall of Heroes is going to be that you will select your own Hall of Heroes among these monsters, and you're gonna play the Hall of Heroes and get the 5 monsters out of this Hall of Heroes. So what do we have in the options to select? I'm gonna go over these monsters and we're gonna see what is going to be the best option for you. Now the first one is going to be Draco, the Fire Brownie Magician. The second one will be Cass, the Water Samurai. The third one is going to be Taurus, the Wind Cobble Bomber. The fourth is going to be Eredas, the Light Sylph. And the last one is going to be the Death Knight, the Dark Death Knight. That is going to be Diaz. Now let's go ahead and quickly go over their skills, so that way we will see which one is going to be the best option to select out of this Hall of Heroes. Why we have to be very careful in which one we select, because once you select the monster, you will not be able to go back and select another monster. So let's go ahead and bring up the monsters and read the skills, and then I'm gonna say which one is going to be the best option for you. I'm gonna be analyzing this real quick. So first of all, Draco. The first skill, as every other Brownie Magician, bounces toward the enemy to attack and gets another turn with a 30% chance. The second skill, the Fly, it will attack all enemies and it will decrease the defense for 1 turn, and it will always land as a crushing hit. The third one is going to be the Whistle. With this skill, it's going to increase the attack bar of all allies by 30%, and it's going to grant immunity effect for 2 turns. Now you may see that this monster is not like amazingly good like Bella Jewel or the other Brownie Magicians, but I have faced in the arena at the Conqueror level, Conqueror 1 or 2, insane Dracos with insane speed on violent runes that they actually get another turn really often. Just saying, it's going to be a lot of effort to put into a monster like this, but it's going to be worth it. So if you don't have Draco, he's a good option for you to go in this Hall of Heroes. Alright, so the next one is going to be, this one is on the side already, so let's go ahead and talk about Taurus. Taurus is the Wind Cobble Bomber. This is one of the best bombers out there, if it is not the best, besides Seara or the Oracles that put bombs. With the first kill, it's going to attack the enemy and with a small bomb, and it's going to increase the damage will be increased by 15% for each harmful effect on the enemy. So you can put the bomb, if you have it on violent and you attack, then you're gonna be dealing additional damage. With the second skill, the Time Bomb, installs a bomb that goes off after 2 turns on all enemies and increases the attack bar by 50%. You put the bomb and also increase the attack bar by 50%. That's really good. And this one, it's one amazing skill, Electric Bomb. Detonates an electric bomb to attack all enemies and increase their skills cooldown for 1 turn. So basically, if you move first and you have this guy on violent, you can, for example, just put these skills first and decrease the cooldown of all enemies for 1 turn. So that means that they will not be having the skills available if they are not on will. Or if you have, for example, Tiana. So in my opinion, this is one of the best, if it is not the best, bombers out of the game. And the leader skill here will increase the accuracy of Wind Monster by 50%. So you don't have to worry about accuracy. You can go with a Wind team and he's gonna be the accuracy leader in this case. Now the next monster to talk about is going to be Cass, the Water Samurai. Cass, it's a damage dealer. With the first skill, he will attack the enemy, decreasing the target's defense for 2 turns with a 50% chance, and has 10% chance to activate the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. With the second skill, choose a sharp energy from the sword. Your attack speed is increased for 2 turns if your attack lands a critical hit. This skill has a 20% chance to activate the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. The third one quickly draws the sword to attack an enemy 2 times, with each attack having a 50% chance to decrease the target's attack bar by 50%. That's a lot. The damage increasing according to your attack speed, so you can build him with speed, crit damage, attack. So this is an amazing damage dealer that you can build with speed, crit damage, attack. And this skill has a 50% chance to activate a Sword of the Supreme Skywolf. And the Sword of the Supreme Skywolf, we all know it. It will attack all enemies with a secret skill that deals substantial damage, that ignores all beneficial effects, that reduces the inflicted damage generated by the shield proportion to your level for 1 turn if the Supreme Skywolf is activated. Now, Kaz is not just another samurai, it is the water samurai. And there's people out there that they use Kaz on their speed dragon speed 10 team because of this skill that will decrease the attack bar by a 50%. That's a lot. And also the defense, that he will decrease the defense on the first skill, and he also has very decent multipliers. So he's a very good monster, a very good damage dealer, and some people use him on speed dragon speed 10 teams that will be less than a minute. So he is really amazing for that. And also, alright, let's see, the next one will be Eredas, the light self. The light self, here he goes, Eredas. Right, with the first skill, throws a spirit throws a small spirit of an enemy, increasing the critical rate by 30% if you get a critical hit. Second one, attacks all enemies with a cyclone 2 times. Each attack has a 40% chance to increase the enemy's chances of landing a glancing hit for 2 turns, reusable in 5 turns. The third skill attacks all enemies with a cyclone 4 times. Each attack has a 20% chance to stun the enemy. So this guy, the build for this guy is going to be Despair for sure. He's very good on TOA hard because he will be stunning a lot. He has four times chances to stun the enemy, and if you put the Despair on him, it's gonna be more chances to get the enemy stunned. So he's really good for TOA hard, and he's also really good for crowd control in real-time arena, world arena. So if you do not have Eredas and you have all of the other monsters, he's the option to go. And the leader skill will increase the attack speed of all allies in the dungeons by 24%. That's not something good, really good, because there's no dungeon in which you're gonna need cast. Unless you're a beginner in the game and you need to clear, let's say, the waves before Giant Speed 10, then you can use this skill, this leader skill, on the waves on Giant Speed 10. But if you are a beginner, you prefer to have the Sigmar's leader skill that will give you more HP, more hit points. Right, the last monster, it's going to be the Dark Death Knight. The Dark Death Knight, that is going to be Diaz. Now Diaz, on the first kill, unleashes a fatal blow on an enemy, disturbing the target's HP recovery for 2 turns with a 50% chance. With the second skill, attacks the enemy 2 times and weakens the attack power and the defense for 2 turns with a 75% chance on each attack. This attack will deal more damage according to your max HP. With the third skill, that is Control, that is his passive, and this is why he's good for, decreases the chances of receiving a critical hit by 50% on himself and reduces the damage that other allies receive by 15%. It doesn't stack with other damage reduction effects like, for example, Darion. And he has a leader skill that is going to be a resistance leader, a 30% resistance leader skill. So now that we have discussed all of these monsters, what is going to be the best option to go with? If you have the previous Draco, Cass, Taurus, or Diaz, then the option to go, in my opinion, is going to be Eredas. If you have all of the monsters, then you will need the skill ups. And what is going to be the best skill ups that you will need? If you have, like, for example, like a Tosi or a Sige, one of the dark or light samurais, then go for the Samurai's skill ups, because the Samurais, they need 16 skill ups. And that's a lot of skill ups. So if you have all of them and you just need skill ups, go for the Samurai. It is Orion is very good for skill ups. If you're gonna farm Draco, if you need skill ups for Orion, then you can farm Draco. But Orion just needs to have the last skill max. The second skill and the first skill, it doesn't really matter, because you all you want Orion for is for the harmful prank or something like that. But let's say, for example, if you have a Sierra team, then go for the Cobble Bomber, so you can skill up other Cobble Bombers. If you don't have any of these monsters, if you don't have any of these monsters, then the option for you to go is going to be Diaz. Why Diaz? Because Diaz will help you a lot more through the game. Diaz is an amazing monster. He's really tanky, really easy to build for raids, to be a raid frontline monster, and it's going to help you a lot into the transition from early game to late game on the raids. Diaz is really amazing for raids. You don't have to have amazing substats for him to be a frontline raid 5, and you don't have to have the amazing runes to make the other teammates work, because Diaz is really amazing because of his passive. And the only thing that he needs to do on the raids is to be there in the front line with at least one set of revenge. Then you can go guard energy or anything, just a little bit of resistance and a set of revenge. And if you don't have a set of revenge, you will be fine anyway, because he just needs to be there, right? In my opinion, I'm going to go for Eredas, because I was not able to play the Hall of Heroes that time, and I don't have an Eredas, but I have all of the rest, all of the others. If I had Eredas, then I would go for Draco, because I need the Orion's skill ups. But honestly, the best option in this case is going to be Diaz for you. If you have a Diaz, then go for a monster that you're gonna need the skill ups that you don't want to spend Devilmons on. Right, so guys, I do thank you very much for watching. This is gonna be an amazing Hall of Heroes. You are gonna be able to select one of these, and you are gonna play the one that you wish to play. So that's gonna be really amazing, not like the other ones before. Now, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day.